In the 2 hours that passed, the streets were deserted.
Hello, Dungeon fans. It's Saturday night. Tonight, the Liching Hour presents Apocrypha Adventure Card Game. I'm Kevin from Level 9, and tonight we were going to be playing Electric Mayhem is the name of the episode. It is a mission in the Book of Golems that we've been playing through the last, 4 or 5 nights. Let's get right to it. Let me move out of studio mode here. This looks good. Good here. Good. It's been a few weeks since the anonymous posting on the dark web offering a bounty on picking up rogue clones that had escaped from a refinery deep below Seattle. The team's still pretty proud of themselves. Gabrielle, Sam, and Dr. Z's are pretty proud of themselves for having created an ad hoc colony of these clones in the empty offices of Aleph Corps, at least the lower empty offices of Aleph Corps. They've checked in on them a few times. They seem to be doing really well. They've made new improvements. One of them's even painted a remarkable mural of the Olympic Sculpture Park where they found it across one of the walls. Other than that, the team's been laying low for the last couple of weeks, especially Dr. Z's. He's considerably older than Gabriella and Sam, and he took a really hard hit from security guards last episode. He didn't let them know just how bad it hurt, but he's been taking it easy. But he's also a practitioner of medical arts, so he's self-medicating, better living through chemistry. You know what I mean? He is also functionally the only one with a death card slotted in his slot so far. If it wasn't for Sam spending a fleeting fragment, who knows what had happened. Since the initial posting on the dark web for that call out, there have been a lot of responses to it, asking the OP if they had found the clones. There wasn't any answer from the OP until today. And the OP posted asking if the party or parties responsible for collecting the clone assets, if they would contact him because he needs their assistance. Now, this is a little odd, and it sparked Sam's interest. Since this person had been offering money, the team just assumed that they weren't going to be very happy that the team had collected these and basically set these clones free by giving them their own little space. They didn't return them. So Sam wasn't sure what this person's angle was, and but he was very interested. And I mean, were they trying to track these guys? Were they trying to track the team down, trying to figure out who it was that collected these? But there was something about the message that kind of struck him oddly, so he decided to reach out. He's like, "Screw it, I'm gonna take the bait." So he did, and it turns out that the OP is someone with the handle calling themselves the Toy Maker, and they apparently are an executive at a company called Condor General, a producer of, drumroll please, clones, and specifically toys and factory certified clones, like the ones that the doll that kidnapped her child in a couple episodes back, and the clones that were part of the automation of the factory down below in the refinery below Seattle. It seems that their automated processes for creating more of these robots have been copying and distributing a set of new flaws in mass. And there are a lot more woke assets than previously realized. The toy maker is a little desperate for the help in tracking down these assets. This ain't like the movies where there's some government force that's tracking down rogue AIs and busting down doors. He's just some executive that's like, oh shit, my My ass needs to be covered, and we need to figure that out. Maybe executive, might be the CEO. Sam does not know, but the team is definitely on board to help, because having met Aleph, having been dealing with these the awakening electronic minds, the team is very much on team AI and wants to help. It's better to make friends than to start a war. The toy maker has identified 4 different locations that these new rogue assets might be at. The automated facilities of Condor General. Oh no! Hold on. My camera here has been giving me a little bit of. Oh, there. Give me a little bit of trouble. There we go. The Condor General, the Digipen Technology Institute of Technology, which is a school all based around video game programming and of creation, video game creation, not just programming. They ordered some assets for help in making video games and new types of interaction, and the toy makers worried that some of the assets that were sent to them are sentient to a degree. The CEO himself, his manner, he has a private collection, and the toy makers worried about that. And then there is a facility not far from Condor General that acts as a hospital of sorts for these clones, a repair facility. And there's been some reports of unscripted modifications going on there. So the system's been reporting this, so he's thinking that there might be some there as well. So that however they can do it, he wants these assets taken care of. In however form he needs, it's basically a big cover-up kind of deal. And Sam's just happy that they reached out and that these guys got the chance to do it. Because they're instead of someone going in there and trying to just blow things up or kill things. Okay, functionally, this scenario is pretty straightforward. Again, we got 4 locations. We can close them in any order. The difference is the thing that makes this different is there are 2 archetypes in each of these piles, and when we encounter one, because the idea is that the factory is producing more and more. When we encounter one, we immediately when we encounter one, we don't know which one we're gonna encounter right off the bat. We have a stack of 5 different types of these robots, and we will randomly determine clones. We'll randomly determine which one it is when we encounter it, and then once we go to the terminate phase, whether we're winning or losing, we terminate before the step right before winning or losing. We will shuffle a new archetype into a random place. So once we finish with one, another one's going to get added, and then if we win, we get to sacrifice that archetype and that true threat. So basically, when it all boils down, we got to encounter 5 of these because there's 5 different types, and take care of one of each. And once we've done that, we don't even have to seal. Now that I think about it, if the clones pile is empty, win the mission. So we don't even have to seal these places. So that's cool. Should be easy peasy, right? Although this hasn't been terribly difficult at all. But I would say this: anybody who doesn't think this game is difficult enough, think of it more of this is leans a lot more towards role-playing game than it does, I think, hardcore kind of like Arkham Horror or living card game kind of deal. If you think about it, role-playing games, your characters aren't dying all the time. You're not losing losing adventures and then having to keep doing the adventure over and over again to win it. That is not how it works. So anyway, end of soapbox. We've switched up the order. I'm switching up the order a little bit. It kind of represent a couple different things. One, Zeus is getting hurt I decided maybe we need to shift a little bit. He's going to be going first, so that during so if he ever has to make soul checks, Gabrielle can back him up. That's kind of the way it's going to work. At the other way, with him being in the middle, she wasn't able to help him with soul checks. Right now, I'm pretty sure he can be helped by pretty much anybody, as long as everybody's at his spot. The only thing is, body-wise, Sam would have to be in his location in order to help him. That's the only thing. Otherwise, he's pretty much covered. Not that we're going to overcompensate just because he has one death slot. It's not the end of the world at all. I just thought that maybe there was a better configuration. So Zeus will be going first. The order is Zeus, Gabrielle, and Sam, as indicated by the lower bar here. Right. Okay, let's do this. I think we're good to go. So the team is going to... Oh, yeah. We're going to start... Part of me... Okay, so the team's got to decide that they're going to split up a little bit. I've been liking the form... I've been liking a two-third, one-third split. I think it works pretty well. I think Sam has been super interested in checking out DigiPen. I know I have. So he's going to go to DigiPen, and Zeus and Gabrielle are going to go to the source. They're going to go to Condor General. So that's Zeus. That's the first 2 turns is going to be Condor General. So we'll move these off the board here. Things I need to invest in. Better lighting. A better freaking table. I'm sick of this table. It jiggles way too much. Something's jiggling the camera. That bugs me. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, so the doom state for the Mega Mart is when you go to reset your hand, you first got to recycle 1 tool gift. Otherwise, you got to suffer 1 mind damage. Interesting. Zeus, what are you starting with, buddy? Not bad at all, man. Zeus is packing. Okay, so it seems like Zeus has picked up a couple good omens lately. We got a couple good omens, a murder board, which is always it's a fan favorite ish. An integrating ray. He picked this up last time, which is pretty cool. He's been messing around with that in the back alley. Charm bracelet, which saved his butt last time, and gargoyle gear. That's his means of hacking. All right. Let's see what he draws. First draw of the Omen deck. Oh, let's do this. Allow me to be nitpicky. Boom, boom. All right. What did he draw? Oh, he drew an Omen of Doom. Extravagance. Well, since we're already doomed, might as well play this. If it's a gift, you got to avoid it and investigate again. That sounds fine to me. So, Gabriella and Dr. Z's pull up on Gabrielle's hog into the parking lot of the Condor General. It's in an odd location. It's not like Alefcore, where it's kind of set out in like an industrial kind of park area. It's actually, for some reason, set in a little bit more populated area. There's shops on either side, grocery over here, whatever. And it's pretty unassuming in the front. And in fact, when they pull up, they see it looks like there's just like a tiny little lobby and a set of doors they can see through the glass. And that's about it. So let's play this Omen of Doom. Last time I wasn't playing enough cards. Oh, where's my mutations? All right, let's put the mutations here into the screen. I'll try to do that more now. This time, let's see what's up. Okay, all right. You draw an omen, you draw again. So I just drew an omen of hope. Let's draw again. That's cool. Tech support. This is a good question. So the Omen of Doom, Extravagance, says, investigate. If it's a gift, avoid it. Then investigate again. I drew, and it was an omen. And the rule is, if it's an omen, you immediately put it in your hand, and then you investigate again. Or you draw again. I'm going to say that this is, this tech support is going to be the gift that I have to avoid. And then draw again. Well. Right off the bat. How nice is that? All right, we're going to roll. I got a small deck of 5 cards. I'm going to roll a 5-sided die that I have, thanks to Dungeon Crawl Classics. Look at that bad boy. That's a 3. 1, 2, 3. So, Zeus and right away, Zeus and Gabrielle walk into this tiny little lobby with a little desk, and right behind the desk, they recognize, because they've been dealing with them, have had face-to-face dealings with them, is a machine geist, machining geist. It's a clone, just like the ones they have back. And when it looks up at them, Zeus can tell right away that it's like the ones that they have, not just a... in fact, we'll say that within moments of talking to it, they can tell that it's one of the more woke ones, like the ones that they have back at Aleph Core, than a maybe presumably normal robot. Yeah, so... Oh, that's his deck. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to check, investigate, confront one random true threat from the clone's pile. Boom, that's what we did. And then I don't have to worry about it again until the terminate stage. Alright. In order for Gabrielle to assist here, she will have to make a soul check. But I don't know if she is going to assist. For those of you keeping track at home, we are still in the negatives for Rampage. That's an overlying factor of the Book of Golems. Mostly because we've been solving everything with our minds and souls. Let's see. It's a 15 no matter what, except for violence. We're not going to do violent. We're not going to be raging. We're not going to use body violence. Zeus is going to use his mind. And unfortunately, because I've moved Zeus, he no longer gets support from Sam in his mind. So I might have screwed everything up. We'll see. This will be interesting. Because he cannot get help from Gabrielle, because Gabrielle's mind virtue is pointed inward, where she can support herself, but she cannot support Zeus. What's up, Heroic? Welcome. Welcome to Apocrypha. Okay. So, yeah. So there's not going to be any assisting. So I don't have to worry about mutating or anything. So I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. Let's see. It'll be the first encounter of the night. He gets 4 mind dice. He has... Oh, this is good, though. This is the best one for him to deal with, because it has study. He has study. He has actually 2 in study. So that's 2 whites. Let's see what he's got in his hand. He's not going to use his murder board. He's not going to use an integrator ray. But maybe he could. Huh. So his integrating ray allows him to, when he's assembling, which is what he's doing now, he can sacrifice it to add 1 die of each unused virtue. So he'd be able to add a soul, a body, and a rage. And if he's skilled in hack, which he is, he could bury this instead of sacrificing it. So I think we're going to do that. Now, I'm going to check Gabrielle's hand. I have an idea how that's going to work, too, fictionally speaking. Veltava Clay. So Gabrielle's got the Viltava clay. And when you evaluate versus the Golem Quarters, which is after we roll, she can bury this to keep 4 dice instead of 3. So that's a little bit of a backup plan. And then I'm sure he's got to use a fleeting fragment. Zeus has got 9 slots all taken. 1 taken by a death card. Okay. All right. I'm just making sure all my options because I don't get the re-roll because then nobody's supporting. So Zeus he's gotten pretty good at talking to these machines. He's got respect for them. He's respectful. He's talked to the other ones. He helped convince a few of the other ones to come back. He goes right up, and the integrating ray has been something that he maybe worked with one of the other clones on. He had asked them about it. They had worked. So he starts talking to this clone and pulls out the integrating ray and is going to use it as a means of talking about how he's going to talk about how he's been working with people things like him of his own kind, and they got their own little community, and this is something that we've been building together, and we're going to add 1 color of each die of other dice. It's so there, and then he's got hack, so he'll bury that after. Yeah. So we're going to roll all these dice, and we need a 15 on 3 of them. If we don't got a 15 on 3, we can use Gabrielle's thing. Give me that back. That's a lot of dice. And is there anything going on here? No. The Nexus isn't going to screw us up. We got a 6, we got a 6, and we got a 5. That is enough for this to happen. The receptionist clone is very intrigued by the integrating ray and by the idea of this colony of others like him. And because it doesn't feel any certain loyalty for the job that it has there or what it's been doing, it gladly offers to leave. They do ask it if there's any others like it there, and its answer is vague enough for Gabriella and Zeus to think that maybe there is. So they give it the directions. They just give it the GPS of where the Aleph core is, and it takes off, just leaves to go. Hold on. So we're entering terminate, which means we have to shuffle 1 minion into a random nexus. We have 4 nexuses. Going to roll a 1d4, and the order that you saw it's going to be shuffled into the school. DigiPen has just received a new asset. And then we are winning, so we sacrifice its archetype, so that's this. And then we sacrifice its true threat, so we won't be meeting another Machine Geist. This is going to get buried. It takes it with them. It's so excited by the integrating ray that it takes it with it back to the colony. And Z says, don't worry, I'll pick it up later. Yeah, that's the Doom's gone. Then that's good. We're good. We're 1 down. Alrighty. Booyah. Booyah. All right. Next up is we're gonna reset. No. We got 3 Omens of Hope in our hand. That was our first pull. So Zeus and Gabrielle are gonna open the door and go into the automated facility to see what else they can find. We're going to flip it to hope. When you terminate versus a non-tool gift, you may recycle 1 tool gift to investigate again. Well, this place is like right up Sam's alley. All right, let's see what's up. Oh, wait. My Omen of Hope lets me examine one, so we're going to... Oh, my gosh. I really shuffled myself a good one tonight. So, they open the door. The first thing they see when they walk in is... we're going to roll. We're now down to 4 clones in our pile. Roll a 1d4. And roll number 2. So when they open the door, they're confronted with the first line. They can tell by the size of the room and that there's going to be several different larger rooms. But the first line are, at first they almost have like a whoa, because their first interaction with this doll was it had basically kidnapped the child who owned it, and had taken it off, and they had to resort to, they actually in the end had to resort to violence to stop it. And they got a little bit of hardcore Chucky vibe, and this line is all them. And when they walk in, one of them comes walking up to them. Maybe not jerking, because she's supposed to be top of the line robot, but she's ball jointed, so she's moving pretty fluidly. And so there's a bunch of line, and there's these other robots that are obviously just doing their job. But this doll comes walking up to them, and it says, "You are not authorized to be here." Well, okay. We can deal with this with soul or violence. Here's the thing. Well, Zeus is not as good with violence as he is with soul. Zeus, what do we want to do with this? Do we want to tell her about he's going to try his tactic. I mean, it worked on the other ones. If she's woke enough, maybe he can convince her to go to the colony. So, and he does have some souls. Okay, this might not be that bad. And because we're switching the order, Gabrielle can help. So we are going to mutate her. Mutate this card. First up, let's do the mutation part. Oh wait, no. If Gabrielle can assist, she needs to pass a soul check. She can use charm. So she's going to roll 2 and a charm. Right? Yes. We just need 8. So Gabrielle puts on her best smile. She says, "Hello, sweetie." They found a good trick for these robots is to treat them like people. So right off the bat, Gabrielle's big smile. So, "Hello, sweetie. How are you?" And Zeus does the same. So she's going to be able to assist. We roll a 1d10. Roll a 9. This is just a way for me to determine what mutation we're going to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it is rock solid. So now we'll roll 1d6 on the chart to see what cost her support is going to bring. 5. During confront, cannot place strike gifts. That's okay, because we don't plan on striking this kid. All right. So that said, Zeus gets 3 soul dice. He does not have charm nor conjure, so maybe we have a card that'll help out with that. We got the gargoyle gear. Let's see. We can use that to boost his soul. Initiate versus zone. No. Evaluate using hack, which is not what we're going to be doing here. So this is probably a good one to discard to boost soul. Yes. Wait a minute. No. We're going to use the charm bracelet. He's going to use the charm bracelet, discard it to boost soul, which will give him this. But it also has charm. And so that he's going to be able to, and it has charm, be able to add a bonus die. So that's cool. Then he has nothing else in his hand that's going to help here. He needs a 16. Well, he's going to be able to re-roll 2 of them. Gabrielle allows for re-roll of 2. But Gabrielle still has the Veltava clay. So if need be, we can keep 4 of these dice. Okay. And then that's pretty much it. I want to make sure I know what the fleeting fragments we got. He has the trash any number of bonus dice, then add +1 for each trash. No. Draw 1 Omen of Doom, examine 1 from the bottom of the deck, flip your Nexus of Hope, reroll any number of dice, then trash rerolled odd dice. That's the dragon. That's an interesting one. Okay. Here we go. Let's see how well they can talk this girl into joining their little commune. Cloney commune. You come back here. Hey guys. Wow. I am keeping up with my tradition of rolling really well in the beginning. That is a good roll. It goes swimmingly. With the combination of Gabrielle and Z's acting like she's a real girl, talking to her like a person, saying, we know you're not like these here, and they're being right straight up front. We know you're not like these here. We have a place for you where a lot of people like you are that can help you explore what's going on with your programming. And luckily, the last one they met was a little psychotic. This one doesn't seem to be. So maybe it wasn't psychotic. Maybe it was just a little misunderstood. I think that was the case. It didn't necessarily kidnap the child as much as it kind of decided to kind of strike out on its own and take her with it. Yeah. So they give her the GPS coordinates. We are discarding this. GPS coordinates. And back up. Okay. So we are shuffling a new minion into a random nexus. 1. Okay, so there's one going into here. I know I'm playing this right, but this seems like, well, I guess I just feel that way because the first turn is going so well. Just seems like it's going to be an easy run. As long as I hit all the right die rolls. And then, so we added a new one in somewhere. One got added in there, and then we won, so she's out. So we won't be meeting another ball jointed doll. That's a discard. He is, Zeus is on a roll, man. I'm kind of thinking he'd just keep going. So, they asked her before they left, is there anybody any more like you here? And, let me make sure. Let's see. It says, if the clones pile is empty, win the mission. We don't have to close any of these. We don't have to seal any of these. Yeah. Okay. Easy peasy, man. Are there any more like you here? And again, her answer is a little vague. There's none like me, is what she says. There are none like me, which doesn't necessarily say that there's none here, like her. So I think we're gonna they should give it a little bit more of a go, right? Now, for sake of story, we're gonna move on. We're gonna decide. We found a couple here. Well, no, if I was there, I would keep looking. For sure. So terminate versus a non-tool gift. Nope, that wasn't anything. So we're gonna play another Omen of Hope. Judgment. Oh, he gets a draw card. Prayer Wheel. Jekyll Formula. What is this? Rage Gift. Let your brother go to the devil in his own way. Huh. Alright. Ooh, it's wicked. It's right up Dr. Zeus's alley. Let's see if he notices this. And we'll figure out how that comes about. We'll do mind. So mind check. Okay. He's not gonna add anything. I'm not gonna boost. We're just gonna see. We're gonna roll these 3 dice, see if we get 15. I'm not so wow. Sure did. Alrighty. So they start walking farther in and avoiding the automaton to not get in their way. And in between they open up a set of doors that go to like a little office kind of control room area before the next line of a product being built. And in there, it looks like no one's been in there for a while. Who knows when they let all the humans go? But this place has been completely automated for a while. But there's some old stuff still left on the desks. And as they're passing through, Zeus glances at one, and he's kind of surprised by the lettering and the stuff he sees at a glance. And he goes and he checks it out. It turns out to be this formula. So he can slot it during evaluate. Wow. During evaluate, you slot it. While slotted, you can explode 6s, upgrade rage dice, trash mind dice, and then discard 1 card. Oh, okay, so you can upgrade rage, trash mind, so basically you're turning into Jekyll. Okay, so this is a formula for going Jekyll. Explode 6s, upgrade rage dice, trash mind dice, and then discard 1 card or sacrifice this gift. Yeah, why not? He takes it and puts it in his pocket for later. He will examine this later. We have 1 omen left. He's going to hold on to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're not gonna use the Mega Mart's power to investigate again. We're gonna pass the turn. Give someone else a chance. Gabriella is up. She draws an Omen of Doom as her first doom. Let's try some cards. My house is so messy. What does she got here? She's got 2. Gabriella has got the dual blunderbusses. Boom boom. The boom booms. The boom boom twins. A couple of Omens of Hope and this Veltava clay. Which, just like the Wolfram cube, is a little clumsy as from a role-playing standpoint. I'm not sure why she's carrying this clay around. Seems weird. But we're going to roll with it. Yeah, so Omen of Hope. Hush. And avoid, she can avoid. Boom. All right, man. This is going to be quick, I think. We'll see. All right. Okay. So I do have a 1d3. We're down to 3 of these types. That makes sense. So, as they're moving down into the next line, there's it's kind of a two-part facility. They think this is the last part of the facility. This one looks like it's all the action figure toys that they've dealt with before. So they're kind of in the mindset. Gabrielle's thinking, okay, you know what? She's examining the action figures that are coming down the line, and she's looking. She's looking to see if any of them maybe on the line are coming alive. Everything's cool, and suddenly the one of the workers that's next to her just kind of turns and asks her, "What are you doing?" and freaks her out for a second. Because she totally did not. They just kind of wrote the workers off, but it is definitely alive. This is the first time we've met the Scions. During evaluate, I gotta remember you could trash 1 soul die, otherwise trash the highest die. So this is body or it's soul. All right. Okay. Oh man, it's got study, which would be awesome if it was. We're pretty good with our rampage. We could take this out from a body standpoint. She's gonna have to trash the highest die. but she has the Voltava clay. Gabrielle's not the one who's going to be soul-searchingly talking this thing into joining them at the thing. And in fact, I think it's going to reach out and tell her, you need to leave now. And it grabs her. And nobody grabs Gabriella. Or touches her, for that matter. Unless she wants you to. Okay, first off, we're going to... so she's going to use body. She's going to put this thing down as quick as possible. Rampage won't go up unless we fail. It's a 13 anyway. She gets 3 body dice. We're going to see if Dr. Zeus can help. Is he nearby? So first up, we'll roll to see which mutation. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unseen. All right, we'll roll to see what happens. 5. Mutate. Roll 1 die if the results is not less than their total mind and sense. Her total mind is 3. Okay, let's roll. It's not less. It is less. So why would you just not say if the result is greater than their total mind? Why would you say not less? That's so weird. But anyway, the result is less than, so it's good. Than her mind. Her mind is 3. So she doesn't suffer 1 mind damage. So this thing, okay, she's a little freaked out, but she ain't that freaked out by it surprising her. It grabs her arm. She's going to take it out as quick as possible. All right, so she gets 3 body dice. Uno, dos, tres. She's going to be able to reroll 2 of them. Woohoo. Strike. It's got strike. She's got strike. So there's a bonus die. And then she has the Voltava clay, which she could discard to boost body, or she can use it to bury it to keep 4 dice, which I think is going to be more useful. Blunderbuss. So she can assemble versus a threat. She can use her blunderbuss. She can discard it to add 1 rage die. If you're skilled in strike, you may also add 1 mind or soul die. How tricky is this? So, during evaluate, it says you trash 1 soul die, otherwise trash the highest die. Booyah. This is going to help us get around that. So she's going to, because she is skilled in strike, she's going to add 1 rage die and a soul die. And that'll be the sacrificial lamb there, that soul die. Hopefully it's not the highest die. But that's got to be better than, throwing a 6 away. Cool. So basically, he's gonna grab her. She's gonna pull out her blunderbuss, but she's not gonna shoot it. She's gonna hit it with it. As hard as she can. And then we'll use the Voltava clay if we have to. He's gonna allow her to re-roll. And then she has her other blunderbuss that she can discard for her or recycle for her skill in adding +1 if she needs it. Sounds like a plan. Let's do this. Okay, we've got a 6 here, a 4 here, a 4, and a 4. What do we need here? 13. So that's 14 right there. We have to, during evaluate, we have to trash 1 soul die. We will trash the soul die. And that's it. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is 14. So this all happens in a blink of an eye. Her startled, you wouldn't be able to tell, but it grabs her and says, you need to leave now. She whips out the blunderbuss and hits it as hard as she can right in its chest cavity, where there's like a bit of an opening, and knocks it back, and it hits a thing, and it falls down and kind of slumps to the ground. She silenced it really quick. She recognized a not soft spot, but like a critical spot, and took it out. Let's see. She discarded this. This goes here. We have claimed yet another one. We're going to add a new one to, where's my 1d4? A new minion is going in here. And this one's out. And then, yep, that one's out. Boom, boom. She has an omen, but she's running. She doesn't have a whole lot of options, so we're gonna draw another card and end her turn. Yeah. So her turn's over, and we're gonna join Sam at Digipen. This should be interesting. It's Saturday, though. It's Saturday. School's not in full session. There are people there studying, doing stuff. I mean, Saturday is not a total non-school day. But actually, let's make it a Sunday. It's a Sunday, so it's a lot less people than maybe even on a Saturday. School, if you lose using mind or study, you cannot investigate again this turn. Okay. Righto. What you got, Sam? Welcome to the game, Sam. We've almost got it all taken care of. Sam is starting with a couple good mind cards. He picked this up last game, Street Sweeper. Sweet. He likes it. He likes old gangster movies. And then Omen of Hope and an Omen of Doom, and he's drawing a horror show. Omen of Doom. Looks like we're keeping it in the Doom state for a moment. He's going to play either Omen of Feedback or Horror Show. Both are sucky. Or he can play his Omen of Hope. Since well, that's not going to finish the game. We have two more we have to take care of. We're going to take a chance at this. We're going to take a chance. We're going to do Feedback. And evaluate, we got to trash the highest mind die. So hopefully, murder board. That works. Must be being used as a prop in a and being in a CGI asset or something, because Sam enters the school. It's actually a lot easier to get in there than he thought it might. The receptionist must have stepped out or something, and he decides to take a tour on his own because he's been super interested in checking out the school. Once a long time ago when he was younger, he wanted to be a video game programmer and designer, but that didn't really work out. Now he thinks his life itself would be an awesome video game. As he's passing one, looks like a studio, he sees, he might see this. We'll see. Let's see. We'll use his rage dice. Roll 3. I'm not even going to mess with it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, well, he notices it. He notices a board. It must be using it as a prop for a video game. It looks like it's like set like next to a trash can, so he grabs it. You never know when you can use a murder board, a board with nails, and maybe maybe these kids are making a Walking Dead game. But he's feeling pretty good. He's gonna flip this over to Hope. Lose using mind or study. You may reload the confronted card. Okay, we're going to, and then this is decrease damage to 0. Wow. So they must be making an occult video game here, because he may notice the Dead Sea Salt, the can of Dead Sea Salt in the same studio. So when he goes in to grab the murder board real quick, he saw through the kind of window, he notices like another can of salt on the table. So they must be making a Call of Cthulhu game or something, and so he decides to grab that too. Well, I'll take that. That's useful. It's not. He thinks, you know what? I'm gonna take it. Maybe it'll be useful as I explore here. And on the way back, I'll drop it back off. in case it's not garbage. That's it. That's it for Sam. Sam's got to recycle a card. He's going to recycle this horror show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to pass this turn. He's just exploring the video game school. We're going to get back to Gabrielle and Dr. Zeiss. They're going to keep exploring because why not, you know? Have they found everything at the factory, at the source? There's probably more, right? Zeiss's turn is going to draw an Omen of Doom. He's still got an Omen of Hope in his hand, though. What does Gabrielle have? Gabrielle has an Omen of Hope as well. We're going to... No. Yeah, we're going to take a chance. We're going to play feedback. We're going to flip this back over. Got to trash the highest mind die if... Okay, good. Reaper. All right, let's see if he notices this. He has 2 rage dice. No strike. We're just going to roll these 2. No. If he would have noticed when they were passing by, looking at they still moving around that last room that makes the action figures, making us loop, gonna head back through the control room and then back out of the building. That's the idea. He would have noticed this Reaper, but he did not notice the machete. And then he's gonna flip it back over to Hope. If you have this, we'll worry about that if it happens. Boom. Trauma kit in the... All right, as they're going back through the control room, this time he notices because it was on the opposite wall. They're coming through. Coming through was on this wall, and he noticed the Jekyll. He found the Jekyll thing. On the opposite wall is a med kit thing, and on a whim he checks it out. And inside, well, actually no. On a whim, we're going to determine if that whim is going to happen. A whim is kind of a body thing, right? Gut instinct. He's going to roll. Oh, well. No, it's going to be mind. He has 4 dice. Trauma kit might be helpful. 4 dice to get 13. Ooh, he does not. He just looks at it and passes it by. That's 8. I'm not even going to worry about doing anything. Okay. If you have the same number of total virtue dice as bonus dice, add 1 of each. Nope. All right. Okay. That's it for him. Wow. You did find a true threat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm surprised. I thought Zeiss was going to end the game right there. All right, so we'll move over to Gabriella. They're moving back into the part of the factory that is making the girl dolls. She's got an Omen of Doom. She's got 2 Omens of Doom and an Omen of Hope. I'm going to finish this location up. We're going to... I think we're just getting lucky because we've dropped 2 of the extra other ones into this pile. Otherwise, we'd have to go all over here searching for these. That's the deal. This has just been a stroke of luck tonight. Okay. She's going to flip it to Doom as well. As they enter the line with the girl dolls, she can't help herself but get a little chill run down her spine looking at all these dolls and wondering if all of them are going to start stealing children and what they're going to do. And she actually remembers something from way back a long time ago. Her own problems with dolls. And damage, she's got to first bury 1 card, so no big deal. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, she just turned it to Doom. Okay. Hey, let's see if they encounter a therapy dog. So she's either 2 dice to roll. I'm not super invested in finding the therapy dog. Let's roll 11, 12. That's not 15. So no therapy dog shows up. we're going to, now she's going to flip it back over. She starts moving that. She sees the windows. She sees her bike. She's feeling good. It's still sunny outside. She's feeling like, actually she doesn't see any windows because this part of the factory is not, it's closed. She's seeing the door that leads to the little lobby that leads out, and she's feeling better about it. And confront, okay. Rough. So we don't meet a therapy dog. We do meet a robot dog. It looks like it might be a cleaner of some sort, but it's got this knife in its hand, in its mouth. It's a very rude looking dog, and it's found them. It comes rolling up rough. Might be a security bot. We don't know. But it's found her, and it's come up on her. Let's see. But these things we've found are easier to hack, at least because they're controlled remotely in most respects. This might be the physical representation of an AI in the factory. Let's see. She can use body or soul. She's gonna use body, of course. She's gonna use body. You're gonna mutate this, because Z's can help. Let's see. Which one are we going to? What mutation? 1, 2. Haha. Old time favorite. Swarming. Makes sense. 6. Well, you, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it. 6. Add 1 bonus die for each saint assisting. All right, cool. So this is body check. We get 3. And then a bonus die for Zeus helping. And then she has charm and strike, but she just gets 1 for having one of them. And so she's going to be able to reroll 2 of them. What's she got in her hand? Oh, she has that Veltava clay just in case she needs it, which would be kind of fun here. Hold on. I gotta see if Zeus can even help here. That might. Well, let's back up. He gets soul check. He gets 3 soul dice, and then he has sense now because of his enduring fragment. So he gets to roll 4 dice to get 8. 7, 10. Yes. Okay. Yeah. He gets to help. During the evaluate, we got trash the highest rage die and the lowest mind die. We are rolling neither, so we're good there. Gabrielle smiles and puts her foot down. Let's see what happens. She needs a 15, right? Is that what that is? Yeah. Oh, that's terrible rolling. Terrible. So she gets to reroll just 2 of them. Boy. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. So her best bet right now is 7, 8, 9. She needs 15. Oh boy. Even if she uses the Veltava clay to keep 4 dice, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's still only 11. That's the best she can do. Oh crap. You know what? I should have used the blunderbuss. I should have used the other blunderbuss like I did with the other card. That was here we go. Muscle memory. So Zeus can use his muscle memory. Zeus can use this. You can, during evaluate, he can discard this to re-roll 1 body or rage die on like a Hail Mary here. And then what else has he got? Okay. No. Nope. Nothing else he can do. Oh. Ha. I do have an idea. Okay. Wait. What just happened? We had a 4 here, right? Wasn't this a 4? 4, 3, 2. Wasn't that what just happened? 4, 7, 8, 9, and then 11. Yeah, because we had 11 if we keep 4 dice. Okay, so he is going to use muscle memory. He's going to discard it to reroll one of these 2s. Hopefully it's more than... There we go. Look at that. That puts us at... we need 15. So, but that puts us at 10, 11, 12. And then keep 4 dice is 15. Right? So... All right, so this thing attacks. Basically, it comes right up at... I don't know if it has a knife in its mouth. That seems kind of overkill. But it comes up. It's obviously some kind of security protocol thing. They've been in there too long. It comes up, and it's coming down on her. Gabrielle goes to kick it, and maybe it bites down on her foot a little bit. Not to hurt her, but kind of grabs her foot. And then Zeus comes in and grabs the Valtava clay. He reaches in her backpack, grabs the Valtava clay, and then smashes it down on it. His muscle memory helps him. This is the better living through chemistry that Zeus has been playing with ever since getting injured last mission. Let's see, that's a discard, right? Yep. Ooh, that's cool. I like that puzzle aspect of stuff. And yeah, we had to trash the highest rage die and the lowest mind die. We didn't have either one of those, so that was all above board and good. Oh, she had to bury the Valtava clay. It kind of goes boom, and she the Barco is so she takes the clay, picks kind of clay up, puts it back in, but it's not going to be useful going forward. All right, that. She wouldn't have took any damage, but I like getting rid of it. All right, she's going to draw back up. Reset her hand. Everything's cool. She got an Omen of Hope, so that's cool. And we're going to pass the turn to Sam. Sam is back at Digipen. Sam draws an Omen of Hope. Good karma. And he's going to use it. And a symbol using soul, add 1 bonus die. Well, that's going to be nice if he meets something. Boom. Stash. So, hey man, what are you doing here? What are you doing in here? Now, so at first, Sam, he turns, he's like, is this, for some reason, he got this huge vibe that stash, the farmer that they knew in Cannon Point was here. But when he turns around, he doesn't see him standing there, but he sees it's the kind of guy with the same kind of vibe. A guy who he's going to talk your ass off for hours on end after just meeting you. He seems like one of those older, Sam, apparently he's a teacher, and he's a cool guy, and Sam's got to talk his way out of this because he's going to, after talking for just a little bit, because Sam, has to admit that he's always wanted to build video games and it's cool, and this guy just wants to talk about it. But Sam's got to get out of there because he's got a mission to do. So he's got to think his way out of it. Or talk his way. We'll use mind. He's not going to get any help. He's all by himself. Since he's got hack though. He's very smart technically, so it's not going to be hard for him to talk his way out of this. We'll just do this. I is not worried. There we go. See? Yeah, that's 14. So when you win, you draw 1 new gift of each virtue, then keep 1, shuffle the rest into your nexus. Oh, did I do that before? I don't know if I've done that before. What am I missing here that makes that so small? Okay. Let's see. Random mind. Random body. So guys, hey man, you should take a souvenir with you, man. If here, take this. Or come here, check out this game we're making. It's called Godmother. There's a blasting cap, Godmother, memory killer, or Motorhead. So Sam's all about those tools. But yeah, he has a motorhead. He's going to you can take the motor. Yeah. No, you know what? He notices the these get shuffled in the deck. He notices the obviously the people who are programming the students have left some of their energy stuff there, and he's like, I don't need any of that, but I will take that. That might be helpful, especially since he's by himself. Where did I just put his hand? There it is. Okay. All right. So he adds that to his hand, and then says bye bye to the new stash. That goes there. All right. He doesn't have any more omens, so he's gonna have to call it. Yeah, he's gonna have to call it. He carries on. Moving on over to Dr. Z's at the Megamart, or at headquarters, or the facility, we'll call it. Drawing an omen of doom. Now we have run out of our freebies. We do not have any other option. And they staring at the broken pieces of the robot dog. They're like, yeah, we should probably go. Suffer 1 body or rage damage, then flip your... Okay. All right. Yeah. He's going to have to discard his murder board. Aha! We got 2 left. Odds. It's the first one. This is great. So they're staring down at the dog, or the little robot dog. It's still kind of, maybe every now and then it goes ruff, ruff. The sound box goes off, and they turn to leave, and Dr. Zeus accidentally drops the board he kind of taken out after smashing with the Voltava clay. He grabbed his murder board just in case this thing wasn't dead, and he accidentally drops it, catches on something maybe, and then they hear you're not going anywhere. No, really, you're not going anywhere. And they look at each other and they turn slowly, and surrounding them are these little action figures. They must have followed them in from the other line. And yeah, right, okay. Let's see. This is Zeus, right? This is Zeus. Yeah, this is his hand. Okay. All right, so this is a body and a soul check. Zeus is going to attempt to talk these guys into coming with them. You're not going anywhere. But we're going to have to mutate them. Gabrielle is going to attempt to help. 1 is swarming. Oh, great. I doubt we're going to roll a 6 again this time. Ooh, but a 5 is good, I think. Terminate. So Gabrielle's going to have to confront one of these as well. That makes sense. They're surrounded. That's fine. Okay. So he's going to be able to re-roll. Oh, wait. Hold on. Before that even happens, I think she's going to pass the test, but she's got to do a soul check to see if she can even assist here with charm. Gets an 8. Yep, just made it. So that's all good. Okay. So yeah, Zeus is gonna attempt to speak to these guys. I should have reloaded one of those cards because when he wins versus a threat, he can heal 1. Okay, so he gets 3 soul. He needs 15. He has conjure and strike, neither of which he has. Let's see what he's got in his hands. Okay. Cannot play charm gifts. Fine. What about strike? Does he have any strike? Conjure. Oh, he does have conjure. That's not going to help though. Okay. Alright, he has one soul gift, which is the gargoyle gear. He can use this to... He cannot hack with these guys, so he can use this to boost soul. So we're going to discard the gargoyle gear to boost soul. So we now have 4 dice. You know, I'm wondering is... I'll move me over. What? Okay, we're moving over here. Okay. All right. So we have 4 soul dice. He can re-roll 2 thanks to Gabriella helping. Does Gabriella have any cards she can help with? Aha. She has a marked deck. We really just have to worry about this one. She's going to have to confront a copy, but that copy isn't going to affect the main goal of this. So let's get this one taken care of. She can use her marked deck of cards versus a mutated card. She can discard this to assist with any virtue. She's going to assist with her... it adds 1 die, but you know what? 1 die can be the difference. So she's going to be able to use her mind, and yeah, it'll be a 3 instead of 2. What else she's got? A symbol. Ooh, her blunderbuss. A symbol versus a threat. Discard. Add 1 rage die. If you're skilled in strike, you may also add 1 mind or soul. So she's going to take out the blunderbuss to show these guys and to impress them. She's going to take a cue from what Zeus did in the beginning with the integrating ray. She's going to bring out her blunderbuss because these are action figures. They might dig this. They're going to try this diplomatically. She'll check this out. This is the kind of stuff that you can play with when you're when you're at the colony. So she's going to add 1 rage die and then 1 mind or soul die. It doesn't really matter. She's going to use a mind. She'll use a mind die. Yes, that's a discard. Then she's gonna we'll be able to reroll 3 of them, and this is good. This is really good. All right, we need a 15. Looks like we're gonna get it. No, we're not. Well. Yes. So Gabrielle recycles protection pour. She has protection pour, which shares a trait of hers, charm, and she has charm. This is not technically using, well, during confront cannot play charm. She's not technically playing it. She's recycling it to add +1 to the die roll. So to make that a 15. So between Zeus and Gabrielle's charm, bring out the blunderbuss, and them. I mean, really, ultimately, you know what? Ultimately, let's try re-rolling first before she uses that. Might as well re-roll these because she can re-roll 3. It doesn't. Nothing. Never mind. So she has to do that. Okay. Between Gabrielle and Zeus talking about the colony and her bringing out the blunderbuss and kind of making friends with these guys, they're not immediately aggressive. They're able to calm them down. They're maybe just a little aggressive because they saw them take out the robot dog. But maybe they're a little bit, understanding that the Gabrielle and Zeus are much bigger than them. They just took out something. So anyway, they get calmed down. They kind of buy in. They're like, yeah, we'll go. And maybe they hop in. They hop in Gabrielle's backpack because they're, instead of giving them the coordinates and having them take off to go there like they did the other two, they jump into Gabrielle's backpack, and Gabrielle and Zeus are going to leave, except one of them is like, no, we not leave. And Gabrielle, he attacks Gabrielle because she's the one who has the backpack where they all got in. And so she's got to deal with him. She's going to use body. She gets 3 body dice. She has no... we're going to take the hit on this one. Dr. Z's 1 versus a threat. I always forget to do this. One of his powers is when you win versus a threat, you heal 1. He's going to heal himself 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That said, we've got 3 dice to get 14. I'm not worried about making this one, to be completely, utterly honest. So, because these can help. Well, not with the die roll, but with the damage. 6, 7, 8, 9. Difference is 5. So this thing comes screeching out, jumps, and jumps right on. Let's see, what's I don't want to hurt her face. She's a little she's a little. It knocks her, and she's a little not over encumbered, but because of the action figures all getting in her bag, she's a little unbalanced, and it hits her. It jumps on her and just hitting her with his little action figure things, and she's startled and she steps back. She steps on the dog and she falls, and that's where she takes most of her damage. She hits her head, bang. When she does that, though, this thing screams and runs off, and she got to discard these 2. And Zeus helps her back up, and they look at the way it went, and they're like, let's get out of here. She's bleeding down her head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're gonna leave. That, by the way, means that we add a new one to one of the 4 locations. The 3rd location, which is the manor. The CEO's home adds a new one. Technically, I think we failed a body roll on that one, so our rage would go up 1. Yeah, but I think overall we're in the minuses. So that's one. We have one clone left. One rogue clone left to get. The action figures are out. The Mega Mart is still in, but it's got 1 card left. And we are going to join Sam at school. Gabrielle Gabrielle leaves. They get in there because at the end of her turn she can move. They're gonna move, and she can take Zeus with her. She's going to go. They're gonna go meet with Sam at Digipin. Like, have you found anything at Digipin? He's like, no, but it's a big place. I mean, I could use your help. We're coming. We're gonna stop and get some. We're gonna stop at a CVS, a pharmacy on the way though, for Gabrielle to get a little patched up. So Sam, what you got? Drawing an omen of hope. His friends are coming. He's feeling good. He has way more cards than he should have. Discard that murder board. Don't need that. Okay. Omen of hope. Heal 1. Don't mind it. He doesn't have anything to heal. It's been kind of a slow day for Sam. What is this? Wickety Whacksack. Dreamer, contract, wicked, sense. All right, so he's moving through these. He's still in the studios. The studios where they're developing. They're using assets, creating props and stuff like that. Scanning them maybe to create CGI assets. Let's see, 11. He's got a soul, or his soul is 2. His rage is 3. I'm not super into one. What does this thing do? Initiate versus a non-true threat. So any other threat. Slot this gift in the threat and the threat. While slotted, terminate. If your hand is empty, sacrifice this gift and shuffle the threat into your nexus. Oh, basically you can take a threat and throw it in a bag and keep it till later. That's kind of cool. That'd be cool for Z's. It's wicked too. And he can lower the cost of using it. Instead of sacrificing, he can bury it. That's pretty cool. Huh. Let's try to get it. That said, what's he got? Yeah, sure, why not? He doesn't plan on using rage that much anyway. Let's see. He's got 3 rage dice. And he can use his sea salt to get it too. All right, he's going to discard his street sweeper in order to add another rage die. And we'll see what happens. You know what? Screw it. We don't do it very often. Since the other 2 characters are at his location now, Gabrielle can help with a rage check. So if needed. So we'll mutate this card. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Prosumer? What is that word? Prosumer. Okay. And 4. Raise the cost of sense and study gifts by 1. Oh, so this is a sense gift, so it is now a 15 to get. Okay, whatever. All right, he's got 3 rage dice. 4, I'm sorry. He does have sense. He does. He gets a bonus die. So he needs 15. He's got 6, 11, 14, and he's got 2 1s. Well, Gabrielle's here. She can technically ditch a card and make this happen. Sure. Which one? Wait, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, he needs 1 more. Huh. I hate to get rid of it, but yeah, sure, why not? She's gonna recycle her snakeskin boots. And he picks this up. We'll give it to Zeus. That should be pretty good. You guys are here. Hey, what's that? I don't know. It's a weird looking sack. That's cool. All right. He has no more omens left, so he got to pass the turn. Not a lot of Sam action today. That's all right. He's stolen the show many times. Dr. Z's is up. He's not as interested in Digipen as Sam, but he likes it. Well. Rough. Coming around the corner is another one of these little bad boys. And Gabrielle and Zeus look at each other and go, oh no. So. Huh. Yeah, we're going to do soul again. We're going to talk this thing? Or body? Or body? No, this is Zeus. Hold on. Is that wiggity whack sack working? Ooh, it does. It can work on anybody's turn that's at the same location as Sam. Sam's gonna do it, man. Quickly thinking, Zeus and Gabrielle look at each other, and Sam looks at them, and he sees them tense up, and Gabrielle reaches for the thing, but he grabs the sack and throws it right over this guy. He slot this gift and the threat. Boom, slotted. He has a slot left, which is great. He has got 1 left, and in his halo. And let's see. If his hand is empty, it is not going to be empty at the end of this turn, so that's good. So boom, done, gone. Zeus doesn't have any more omens, so he's going to draw back up to 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to pass the turn to Gabrielle. That's awesome. Gabrielle draws an Omen of Doom. So this dog bot coming rolling around kind of set up the, up until then, it's kind of like, oh wow, look, this cool video gaming school and stuff. But wait, what was that dog? What was that dog robot doing? There is animosity here, or bad things maybe. All right, so we're gonna do Omen of Doom. We gotta flip it back over. If it's a gift, we avoid it. This is Gabriella. It is not a gift. It is Descartes' daughter. So they're walking by another little studio. This one looks like a first thing that Sam thinks is it's one of those. It's a big white room, and there's suits hanging on the wall that have the little like green balls on it. This is a place that does the motion capture of people, and he's looking at. He sees the suits, and he looks over, and he just kind of glances, and there's this on one of the tables is a little girl, but it's not like the dolls and the other dolls. This one's a lot more automaton, kind of like old automaton, like kind of thing where you roll it and it moves, or you turn the knob and it moves. And he just kind of glances at it, and as he's glancing away out of the corner of his eye, he sees its head turn and look at him, and he's like, "Whoa!" And he gets shivers, and they look, and he looks back, and it had turned its head back, and so he's like, "Hey, come here." They open up, and they go in, and they start looking at this thing, and Zeus goes, I swear, my God, is it? It can't be. It's got to be a prop." And Sam's like, "What?" And it could not be Descartes' daughter. So this is cool. I didn't know about this before this, but the philosopher Descartes, I think I'm saying it right. He's, I think, therefore I am. His 5-year-old daughter died, and he supposedly made an automaton that resembled her in some way, shape, or form as best as he could. And then like doted over that and acted like it was his real daughter, because he was so stricken with grief. That's true story. True Apocrypha. True. It's been passed on that happened. And now they're standing face to face with what they think is the original Descartes' daughter. It's and when he says that, it kind of comes to life at the name, and now they got to decide what they're going to do with it. Whose turn is this? It's Gabrielle's turn too. Great. Yeah. So this thing is too old. Too old. Who knows how it is? It was on Lind, like backstory wise. It was on Lind from the CEO of Condor Group's private collection to the Digipen, and all these things that they've been finding is all part of this game that the students are making. It's kind of like a final project. But this thing is too old to be talked into joining a colony, and now that they realize that it's alive, it's got to do what it's always done in that respect, and it's got to silence them. Dun dun dun. Just like it did Daddy. Dun dun dun. Best one that could deal with this is Gabriella. We're going to obviously wait. What's the doom here? If it's a gift, avoid it. It's not a gift. It's definitely not a gift. So this is the last encounter, so we got to make this count. And Gabrielle's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, she just luckily has 5 cards left, so she's not going to be fading if she loses any life here. But she's not, because we're going to take care of this stuff. Okay. Mutate, definitely. Body, who's going to help? Well, both both people can help. Both Sam and Zeus can help. So we're going to do that. We're going to first find out which mutation we're going to use. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is hardened. We're going to roll 2 mutation die because we've got 2 people helping. Both are 2s. Increase the target by 2. Oh, great. So now this is a 15. It's a 15 in the body sense. But we're going to be able to re-roll 4 dice. So that's good. She's got 3 body dice. Okay. She has hack. So she gets a bonus die. She has a gearbox in her hand, which she can either discard to add a die, or she can, during evaluate, she can discard this to flip 2 dice. And I kind of like that one better anyway. Her bones, she's got, okay. So what I'm talking about here, I want to show this. She's got a gearbox. During evaluate, she can discard to boost body, or evaluate, she can discard this to flip 2 dice. Flipping dice is pretty cool because I roll 1s a lot. Towards this time of the night, I roll 1s a lot. So she's going to keep that on deck. She's got bones, which are these dice, the mystical dice. I keep around because it allows her during evaluate for anybody next to her, basically the whole team, anywhere she is. She can discard this to re-roll 1 die, then trash 1 die. It can be pretty useful until I find something else that fits really well. Or Dream Snare, which she can evaluate versus a threat, recycle that, and any number of gifts, and for each one she gets to decrease the target by 1. So she's got an Omen of Doom in her hand. She can get rid of that. So she's got things to do, but nothing right now during this part of it, the assemble phase. Well, let's see what Zeus has got. Anything damage versus that? Nope. Confront. Assemble versus a mutated card. Wolfram Cube. Assemble versus a mutated card. Recycle, add 1 body or mind die. So we're going to add 1 body die with a Wolfram Cube. So it's going to be 3, 4 bodies. She's recycling that. He is recycling that. And then, so now we're looking at 5 dice, and then we'll see what Sam's got going on over here. Okay. Avoiding, evaluating, okay, so he's got the wishful thinking, which is during evaluate. Wishful thinking. During evaluate for basically anybody in his whole team, he can recycle it to explode dice that show a result equal to your mind virtue. So anything that's a 4, he's going to be able to explode it, which means he gets to reroll additional dice. She will. All right, and we got fleeting fragments, I think, that can do some shit. Let's see. Gabrielle can draw 1 card in the root. No. Support, evaluate. Contraptions. Sam can sacrifice a tool or golem gift to lower the cost by 1. Okay. And then nothing. No. Evaluate the dragon. Zactor can re-roll. He said fleeting fragment that can re-roll any number of dice and trash the re-rolled odd dice. Or trash any number of bonus dice and add 1 for each trash dice. Okay. Wish we had more bonus dice. I gotta admit, I'm not feeling... Oh, look at this. Cannot play fragments. Okay. Oh, shit. We gotta... Okay, hold on. Gosh, I keep forgetting that. They gotta do their soul checks. Zeus has got to do a soul check to make sure he can help. He's got to do he's got sense now? Yes, he does. He's got sense now. So 4, 7, 8, 9. So he made it. Sam gets 2 and 1 for sense. 3 dice. 14. Okay, good. All right. So due to their first thing, got to make sure that they can assist. They can assist. Okay, got to put this thing down as quick as possible, Gabriella. She's got 5 dice to do it, and she needs 15. All right, looking good. I'll tell you why. Those ones. I like those ones. Who's exploding? Who's flipping dice? Yes. Thinking very quickly, Gabrielle grabs the heaviest thing out of her pack. It's the gearbox. and smashes it up against the head of the Descartes' daughter. During evaluate, she can discard this to flip 2 dice. We're going to flip this and that, giving us an 18. I'm not forgetting anything. Nope. We didn't use a fragment. She used that. And that's 18. And it's over before it even started. And this poor thing that's hundreds of years old falls to the ground. Dr. Zeke's heart goes, oh. And they decide to, they take it with them. And they're going to take it back to the colony. And they're going to give it to the colonists. And explain what happened. And just kind of leave it there and see what happens. So that'll be something maybe that'll come up later. But that pretty much ends the mission. We've completed the mission. I don't know if the toy maker gave them a laundry list, but they kind of they're done. They found the one here. They found everything at the thing. They felt pretty good about it. Maybe that's what it was. The toy maker gave them kind of a little bit of a laundry list, telling them of things that they think is missing, and this was the last thing on the list. So they get out of there. They got the little action figures in their backpack. They take the remains of Descartes' daughter. They take the colony, and let's see what our fleeting fragment options are. Here, I want to put everybody's decks back together. Quick. Wickety Whack Sack. I like the Wickety Whack Sack. I like it. That's cool. Where's my card? Okay. Now let's get these guys out of here. This goes there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. That's 1. 2. Okay. All right, so the enduring one, which is the one for finishing this particular mission, the partisan. Your adopted mother, Ada Mueller, raised you after your parents disappeared in the 50s. She had little schooling. Fighting Nazis and other monsters in World War II took precedence. She would often tell you of battling alongside the greatest ally the Jews had against the Reich, but she would never tell you who. It was not a who, she would say, but a what. Oh, what a what. She's talking about the Golem. She's talking about Aleph. Evaluate. Flip 1 die, then trash 3 dice. Wow. You don't have to sacrifice to do it. You just flip 1 die, then trash 3 dice. That's got to be useful, right? Who would take that? Well, we're gonna give it to Gabrielle because everybody else is gonna have to sacrifice 1, take 1. Yeah. Well, I mean that's not the best. Well, Gabrielle deserves it. She's never kept many fragments. The mystery gift. Your name was on the tag, but not the giver's. The head-size, ornately carved, hinged wooden box wasn't much of a gift for a 7-year-old. You stuffed the socks from Aunt Phoebe inside and left it under the tree. The next day, the socks were gone. Mom punished you for throwing them away. That was the year Aunt Phoebe disappeared. Support sacrifice. During a support sacrifice, draw. I'm not very good with support phase. I always forget about supporting. Sacrifice, draw 1 new gift matching their lowest virtue. The dead weight. Falling, you regretted jumping from the building. Falling, you regretted jumping from that building. You could see that your reaction was a bit extreme. But how else were you to address these new developments? How else could you have interpreted their meaning? If not flying, what were these new wings for? Ooh. Sacrifice to avoid, then move. I kind of like that. Sometimes you meet up with the master or whatever, and you're not ready for him. The feeling of gratitude. You're not just grateful your spine snapped when the Rhinotaur? Isn't that Rocksteady or Bebop? When the Rhinotaur smashed into you. You're never going to walk again, but that's more because of the golden-haired jackal man who is now picking his fangs with your femur after he tore off your legs, which you can no longer feel. Thank God. That's pretty cool. Evaluate. Sacrifice, upgrade all dice, then trash one die. That's pretty cool, too. I think we're going to go dead weight and feeling gratitude, I think. And then, but Zeus is going to have to ditch one. He's going to get rid of he's got one that's sacrifice, draw one new rage gift. It's not really him. I'm going to give him avoid, then move. And then Sam is going to take his last Halo slot. It's going to take the feeling of gratitude. And that is that for tonight. All right, next week we are starting the final 3 episodes, missions in the Book of Golems. And we'll see what happens next. Thanks for joining. Heroic, if you're still on, man, have a great weekend. And y'all, stay safe out there. Feeble the dungeon.